another Just 5 Mins. A slightly boring episode. Well, first of all, how are you? But it's really weird. I think it's getting to the point, I've said this before, um, way past the point, in fact, of like AI overload. With all the new releases of DeepSeek and all this other stuff, and goodness me, agentic systems and whatnot, it's really hard to make use of what's actually going on out there. Um, because it's just overwhelming. And even in the sort of coding, semi-coding space, all the different things, GitHub Copilot, what is it, Windsurf AI, Cursor AI, Klein, this, that, and the other, running things locally, running things in the cloud, running everywhere. It's just overload. And the reason I did this because it's funny. It's almost like we have so many tools, and we, not just in AI, but if you look back, we've had so many um, tools to help you code to do this, to even from word processors, Excel, and everything else, and yet it's the fundamental issues that keeps coming up, isn't it? Is you've got to what you learn about what you want to do, and this sounds a bit arrogant. It's not meant to be, um, but the point being is that it was really about prompt engineering, because when first the OpenAI thing broke, it was prompt engineering, baby. Sorry, that's a bad reference to something that appeared in the news. Um, but anyway, you've got to have a laugh. I'm sorry, but I do. I just have to have a laugh in this world. It's madness, isn't it? But yeah, so the idea is prompt engineering, and there was all these sort of apps that and still are, there's prompt engineering sort of IDEs and goodness knows what. And I think there's something about that. It's everybody thought there was going to be, and there is, these huge paying prompt engineering jobs. Um, and from what I've seen, actually, I don't know if they're all legit. I'm sure they're not all legit, but there are jobs for prompt engineering, and they are paying a lot of money. Um, but prompt engineering, it's a weird one, because of late I've been trying a lot of the AI stuff, as sure that everybody is, so um, it's not breaking news in any shape, way, or form. But what I've found from all of them, and when I say all of them, I think of things like Cursor AI, Windsurf, the GitHub Copilot, all those sorts of things, and all of those models that are out there, which are as of now are too many to name. But the point being is they'll all do an amazing job. Um, but like everything, it's like, well, it's okay to do a little side project, and I've done that. I've played with a few things, like in GitHub Copilot, using the Vision AI to, they demoed this thing in OpenAI ages ago, where you can take a picture or grab a screenshot of the website, and it can go and build you an interface and all that sort of stuff. It's all absolutely amazing, but when it gets down to the real nitty gritty, I think prompt engineering is actually quite valid, actually, because of late I've been doing stuff from a database perspective, some, to be honest, some more complex SQL stuff that I would never have known otherwise. And that's the point, isn't it? AI's making us all experts, but we're really not, maybe. Um, but the interesting thing is the perseverance element and the prompt engineering, and I suppose this is where it jumps into the agentic reasoning sort of flows as well, where it's like, is that really correct? Do you want to go and check that? Do that grounding work, that sort of thing. So I think there's something. It was really overhyped, and it probably still is, prompt engineering. But I think there's something in it about how do you want to term and phrase your requests, and do you just give up if it doesn't work for you? You know, I mean, we're all overloaded and we want everything to happen in a few seconds. But I think there is something about that perseverance and not getting overly frustrated because it's how you're asking. It's basically back to garbage in, garbage out, isn't it? You know, from the really old days. Um, you know, so you've really got to do that. And I think some of these prompt IDEs, and I'll try to find some that I looked at before. I think there is still something in that, you know, and you don't have to get into AI agents really for that, but something that's like with the later DeepSeek R1 models and OpenAI's, you know, reasoning models, etc. That there's something about that that will help, but you've still got to phrase things correctly. You've still got to know what you're asking for. It's a bit of a ramble, this, but I just thought about that there is some benefit of structuring your prompts and being able to see your prompt history to refine what's going on. I think, like I say, to get the most out of this stuff, because it is overload. You know, some will do something better, some other models will do something else better. These, you know, Gemini will come up and say, "Oh, we're now better at this," you know, and all that sort of stuff. But I think it doesn't really matter which one you use. All of them have got benefits. All these sort of AI models and platforms, but you know, I think it is back to being able to do this prompt engineering without the hype now. I think, you know, we're going into the curve which comes down after the hype to actually, you know, do something realistic with this stuff. But that's all I've got this time. It's a bit of a ramble, but never mind. Maybe next time it'll be a bit more interesting. So wherever you are, take care, and we'll catch you on the next one.